Hey everybody, Saturday morning, May the 20th. We are headed over to Bryson City, North Carolina, to one of our favorite places that we found, I guess summer before last, wasn't it? We found out about from other YouTubers, Fridays Forever, and that was Darnell Farms. So we've been back there, what, 4 times now at least?
Yeah.
So that was where we first ran into Zeb Ross, who is now famous with the J Creek Cloggers, who, if you saw the clip where a guy was clogging on stage in a packed auditorium with Peyton Manning and some country singer, I can't remember who, Luke Bryan, I think maybe, that was Zeb Ross. We actually first saw him over at Bryson City, ran into him again at the Ice Festival, so here in Maggie Valley. But that's where we first came across him. They have a lot of good entertainment. They have a lot of good bluegrass gospel singing. People set up, vendors set up booths there. Today they're having the Strawberry Jam Festival. We don't have any idea what that's going to be like. I imagine it's going to involve strawberries.
Probably.
But we plan on getting some good strawberries because there's not much I like better this time of year than good, juicy strawberries. Mm-hmm. So we're going to look for some of those today and just have some fun. Don't know what really is on the agenda today. They got something about a mule plow later on, don't they? Where you get to use them. Don't you get to do it?
It said about, yeah, you could try it out. I need to see the time.
That's how her and I met. I saw her out plowing a field. And y'all remember that song, You Look So Pretty, you're pulling that plow. What is that, where are you tonight?
Yeah.
Why did you leave me here all alone? Yeah. And I looked out at her, she looked so pretty pulling that plow, and I just knew. So they're going to have some kind of plowing thing today, too. So
some type of demonstration. I need to look that up, yeah. So, yes, stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So we're headed to Bryson City now. Right now, we're just heading out of Maggie Valley up Highway 19. We're going to turn the camera around, let you see some of the this road. Highway 19 is a pretty curvy road. You want to be paying attention. Not be on your phone. Fortunately, you don't have good signal here anyway. So, our dog's getting mad. So, anyway, we're going to turn the camera around now, let you see some of the mountains. Alright, so we're riding up Highway 19 now. You start off in Maggie Valley at the top end at an elevation of about 3,200 feet, and we're going to be climbing up to about 4,300 feet just up this road here in the next couple of miles. And all along the way here, there's old gift shops, many of which had closed down, but many years ago in the 60s and 70s, there was like a gift shop every few feet. This is an old restaurant here. I don't guess they're still open either. But right here's one of them. The Soko Crafts and Tower. Now this tower makes a claim. If you see that arrow on top of the building, it says most photograph view in the Smokies. I highly doubt that. But it does draw people in. So, but you see a lot of these abandoned buildings. These were all once gift shops at one time. So we're just climbing up here towards the Soko Gap area. And once you cross at Soko Gap, you intersect the Blue Ridge Parkway, then you descend back down the mountain into Cherokee. So it's all curvy and downhill from the top up here. But this does intersect the Blue Ridge Parkway. In fact, we did a winter video up here back in, was that January when we came up? It had snowed.
Yes. So
we came up and hiked to Soko Falls and Mingo Falls in the icy, snowy weather, which was fun.
It was a fun day.
It gets worse going down the other side. It goes down to 2-lane for most of the way. There's a couple of wide spots, but
passing areas.
Yeah. I started to feel that pressure inside my ears every time we climb. I just now started to feel that.
Yep.
So we're probably up about 4,000 feet of elevation right now. It's turning out to be a cool day.
Yes. This
one's too cool. Yesterday was just cool. But we got a Bigfoot sighting or Bigfoot crossing right here. Mm-hmm. And this shop appears to still be open. They got blankets, flags, Trump banners. So I see the intersection of the Blue Ridge Parkway coming up. And we're going to cut the camera off just for a minute. We're going to deviate onto the parkway for just a couple of miles because we're going to ride through a campground that we've got reservations at. We want to take a look at it, so we'll make a separate video there. Continuing on Highway 19 now, just crossed over Soco Gap. So now we descend. I'm going to let you see a little bit of Highway 19 here. This is one of those curvy mountain roads that you hear about a lot. There is a little wide space coming up, a little passing zone, but that's pretty short-lived. Used to be a motel here years ago, and a little what they call a Starvin' Marvin gas station. I don't know how many of y'all remember Starvin' Marvins. Used to be a lot of them.
Yeah.
I ain't seen one in years, but used to be right there. So now we're entering Jackson County and the Cherokee Indian Reservation. Like I say, there is a little passing zone right here around this curve. Now, you want to talk about something pretty. After a snowfall, when it's cleared off and the sky's blue, right as you run this curve, that mountain there, when it's snow covered.
Yeah, it's in the clouds right now.
Yeah, we've seen that several times, and I mean, the sky is so blue against that white background.
Yeah, it's like once it's snowed and it's cleared off, it's magnificent.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that one big one we came up here, and it was like that whole mountain was just white.
It was.
That was
the way the sun was shining on it, even like it glistened with sparkles.
Yeah. Now right there on the left, I didn't get the camera back on time. That's the little parking area for Soco Falls. We have 2 videos on Soco Falls, both of them in snowy weather. That's a sight to see too.
It's pretty.
Easy little hike downhill. I say easy. It's short, but it can be a little treacherous. You got to watch what you're doing.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Well, you won't be careful anyway, but yeah, especially in the snow. But it's a very, very short hike. You can hike it in 5 minutes. Pretty nice waterfall.
Yes.
So as you can see, this is a very curvy little road. Just descending down into the town of Cherokee. Got a lot of memories just as a kid. This is probably where we came more than anywhere else. Looks like some of the rhododendrons are starting to come in once you get off the mountain a little bit.
That's full, ain't it?
Yeah, that's very pretty. I saw one earlier too back in Maggie Valley.
Yeah, I did too. At the restaurant.
But I got a lot of memories as a child coming to Cherokee. We would do that very often. I mean, numerous times a year, 5, 6 times a year probably. We'd usually like do a night in Cherokee, then go over to Gatlinburg and do a night there. That's before her and I ever met. But we'd always come down this little road here. Even driving through here now, I'm 53 years old, your mind just goes back to those times.
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Good memories.
When my cousins would come up here with me or something, we'd have a time. We used to go to Frontierland. That's where the casino now sits, but it used to be a little Western themed park. You rode in on a train, and I think they had a gondola too that you could take in. I always wanted to ride the train. It's just a little Western town. They had gunfights, little rides for the kids. I miss Frontierland.
We would have taken the boys there had it still been there when they were little.
Oh, absolutely, we would have. Now up here on the right is another little theme park called Santa's Land. I've never been there.
And I actually went when I was a little girl.
Yeah. Yeah, you came to Cherokee.
We came to Cherokee one time that I can remember. And I remember I got a little pink tambourine that said Cherokee. And every time that we've stayed in Cherokee or, have gone through the gift shops.
I was going to tell that. I was going to ask you if I could.
Help me find my little tambourine. I've yet to find it.
The last time we was up here a couple of months back, I'm not kidding you, we went into 5 gift shops looking for her little pink plastic tambourine. And there's something about even as an adult when there's a... Alright, well my battery cut out on me there, but I think what I was saying when it did was even as an adult now, when you could think back to a toy that you had as a child that you really, really liked, there's something about seeing that toy again, or sometimes you want another one, but we don't still play with toys.
No, we don't. And it's just the memory of things. I don't have my dad anymore, and Dad brought us on that trip. It just.
Oh yeah.
It would have been nice to find it. If I ever do find it, I will get one for sure.
Yeah. That's just kind of takes you back to when you were young and didn't have a care or worry in the world.
That's true.
But yeah, there's things I had as a kid too. Now, if I found them again, I would definitely. But we used to come up here. I'd get the bow and arrow sets, the cowboy and Indian sets. Good times, man. Coming to Cherokee and Gatlinburg when Gatlinburg was still very family friendly at the time. It is somewhat still, but it's changing.
It is changing.
Well, like I say, a lot changes. It's something to look back at pictures, old pictures of Cherokee or Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, even in the 70s. Pigeon Forge didn't used to be a tenth of what it is now. I remember when Pigeon Forge actually ended and you got out of town for a little bit. Now it's just
one
constant,
thing.
yeah, all
right
the
on
way to the interstate, yeah.
Oh, yeah, really.
But yeah, Cherokee, that was always a place I loved coming to. We usually, I shouldn't say always, usually stayed at the El Camino. That's where, if you'll recall, we had a reservation on Black Friday, and when we got into town, the motel was closed. We had tried to call and confirm the reservation. The phone line had been disconnected. Come to find out, the owner had been shot and killed by an irate guest. So I don't know if they're going to ever open that back up again. But that was a motel we stayed at a lot when I was younger, and you and I stayed there a time or two.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we just passed a billboard for the El Camino Motel, so I don't know if that's an old billboard. I don't remember it.
I don't remember it, but...
So I'm wondering if maybe it's reopened. When were we in Cherokee last? It's been a couple of months.
Yeah, it has been.
Trying to remember even.
I'm trying to think we'd had been coming this way.
It might have been when we were up here for the snowfall and went to Mingo Falls.
Yeah, yeah.
But, hopefully it will open back up. Got a lot of memories there. So, you can tell it's getting a little brighter outside than it was when we were crossing Soco Gap. Kind of getting back down to the lowlands, a little bit warmer, a little sunnier.
Should be a nice day.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a perfect day with the forecast high of 71 degrees in Bryson City. So, it's a good day to enjoy a festival. We might get rained on a little bit later. It is say in the afternoon there will be some thunderstorms moving in, but it's not going to be a rain out. And right here on the right is Santa's Land. They got a little Ferris wheel, little roller coasters in there for the children. I think they got animals. I've never been in, but you have. So.
Yeah, I don't remember much about it. I remember riding the little roller coaster thing because Dad was not happy about that. He didn't like stuff like that, and he tried to ride it. And I remember they had like a blacksmith shop in there, and the guy took a nail and made it into a little ring for me and my sisters. We each had a little like nail ring. I remember that.
And I don't know if you just noticed the sign when we went by. Oh, you still have that ring?
No.
I don't know if you just noticed the sign, but it reopened May 20th, which means today is opening day of the season.
Oh.
I noticed the rides were operating, the Ferris wheel
people
was
were on
moving.
them.
So today is opening day. It's kind of funny to ride by there at Christmas when they're closed. It's called Santa's Land. There's actually a sign closed for the season. And
you'd think that would be peak season.
Yeah, you would. But, so coming into Cherokee now, Frontierland, where it used to be, is up here on the right, where the casino is now. We've never actually been to the casino.
No.
Don't really ever plan on going.
No.
I don't think I've been on that property since it was Frontierland, to be honest with you. And I've heard people say there's some nice restaurants that you can actually go eat at. You don't really have to go into the casino to do it. I think they got some high-end steakhouses in there. Now, coming up is the Cool Waters Motel on the right. We stayed there my birthday 2 years ago. Probably the longest motel I've seen, longest single-story motel. Across the street there on the left is Granny's Restaurant. That's not a bad place. They're like a buffet. Fried chicken was really good there. The fish was so-so. But they had a pretty decent variety of food to eat.
They did.
I thought the fried chicken was really good. So we're just maybe going to make this a little separate video since we've done so much coming down into Cherokee. Maybe just call this a Cherokee ride-through down memory lane. Right here on the right, of course, you see the monstrosity. That's the casino motel. Actually, you can't even see the top of it, I don't guess, on the camera, but There's an overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway that you can get on. You look into the valley and you see nothing but that big building.
Yeah, you can't see
And the rest
it.
of it's mountains. It just kind of like sticks out like a sore thumb. But yeah, this used to be the Western theme park known as Frontierland. Now, one thing I remember about Frontierland, and they really should not have done this. I remember it made my mom mad. They would, when you were in the park, they would go around to the cars in the parking lot and put bumper stickers on the back, Frontierland. And really, they should not bumper sticker people's cars. They should maybe put it under the windshield wiper and let them have it as a souvenir if they wanted to. But yeah, they decided they would advertise by slapping it on the back of people's car bumpers. And I remember a little incident there when I was a child. I ain't gonna get into that. But
Seems like Tweetsy and Boone used to do that.
yeah, I get that they should not just assume people want that on their cars.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, up here on the right, I'm anxious to see about the El Camino. Let me pull the camera turn around just a little bit. Can you get that to turn to the right just a little? And it does not look to me like it has reopened. I don't know if it's going to, but that is the motel that the owner. Well, actually, there's cars
No,
parked
that's
in there.
for that resource center. They got
Okay,
a line of people
all right.
for that.
So yeah, it looks like the sign's kind of getting.
Looks like it's pretty empty.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to come of that. So now Cherokee crosses over from Jackson County into Swain County. Cherokee is actually in 2 counties. The main part is in Swain. So now you're coming down into the little Indian gift shops.
And when we stayed in Cherokee, we actually just parked at the inn and just kind of walked and went into a lot of these.
Yeah, it's you can walk to a lot of different stuff. Just you may have to move your vehicle a couple of different times to see everything in town, but there's a lot right here. Cherokee's Best, Little Wolf Arts and Crafts.
They have a Southern Charm over on the left. It's like a boutique kind of like shop. They got some real nice clothes and stuff in there too.
I know, last time I was here, that Sequoia craft shop on the left, I got me a belt. Like a Western belt.
Oh yeah. I think I got just a regular leather belt.
And there's a good little coffee shop over there too. I can't remember the name of it. We stopped.
It was some koala, wasn't it?
I'll tell you in a minute.
You see, I see the.
Koala Java Cafe, I think. Or something.
It was good.
But again, like we were talking about, a lot has changed. I don't know if you can see straight ahead, kind of to the left, there's a Kobe Japanese restaurant. That is not what I want to see in that building. That was the first Long John Silver's I ever ate at. I was about 8 years old, I think, 9 maybe. I don't know if you can see it over there to the far left. You can even tell by the shape of the building it was a Long John Silver's. First time I'd ever eaten at Long John Silver's. I have loved Long John Silver's ever since, and we don't have any in our area anymore.
There used to be one in Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, it shut down, so... when we were over in Jonesboro, Tennessee a few months back, I went to the one in Johnson City because they still have them in that area. But we don't have any in Western North Carolina that I know of now. So, got a good little picnic park over to the right there with the Econolofty River flowing right through it. Cherokee's very scenic.
It is. If you got kids and stuff, you know, a lot of people get out in that little river.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not really little, but you'll see people fly fishing. You'll see kids out there rafting and playing and
Yeah.
stuff because it's not that deep.
Yeah, there's a lot of trout fishing that goes on there, and that water stays very comfortably cold. I would say even in the summer, it's a great way to cool off. The Drama Inn here on the right, we stayed there when we thought we had reservations at the El Camino. Yeah, it's all right. There goes my phone.
Bye.
Over here to the left is the Museum of the Cherokee Indian. We went through that back in November
That
as
was
well.
in November, yep.
Did a video but didn't post it because it just didn't turn out well.
There's a lot of reading in there.
Yes. If you're a history buff and you like to read exhibits, you'll love it.
Yeah.
If you're not, it might bore you. But
I mean, there's a lot of artifacts,
yes,
things to
the
look
history
at.
of the Cherokee is a very, very interesting history.
It is, but yeah, you got to take the time to read it and stuff too. And yeah, for a video, that just
One thing you would like, whether you want to take the time to read or not, is to see the play into these hills.
that's good.
In fact, I'm wearing the shirt today that I got there. That is a very, very moving outdoor drama set there amongst the mountains. Very beautiful scenery, but it's a very moving story about how the Cherokee were betrayed by the government and by the president that they had once helped. And there's BJ's Diner. We've had that suggested to us by a lady named Sandra who lives down south of here. I'll just say that. And they don't open on Saturdays, and pretty much every time we're ever here is on a Saturday. But if we're ever here on another day, we're going to eat at BJ's.
Try. Yeah.
So up here you got gold and ruby mine. You can pan for gold. I've never done too well panning for gold in places like that, but
my dad used to like places like that too.
Did you ever strike it rich?
No, but he'd get us each a bucket of rocks and we'd sit out there and do that.
That kept y'all quiet for a while.
I guess.
That's probably the goal.
Yeah.
Paul's Restaurant here on the left. We've eaten there a couple times. Last time wasn't great, but I do like their buffalo burgers. I got an elk burger last time. I didn't care for that as much, but they got a good buffalo burger there. Newfound Lodge needs a new sign in a bad way.
Yeah.
This Lofty River restaurant, I believe, used to be Shoney's years ago.
Yeah, I think it was.
Shoney's Big Boy.
Is it even open now?
I don't think it is.
They've got a dumpster out there like they're redoing it.
I mentioned on another video about a Shoney's Big Boy. Somebody corrected me and said Big Boy was Frisch's, not Shoney's. And tell you what, bud, that depends on what part of the country you're in. Big Boy restaurants had different names in different areas. I know in Virginia there used to be Bob's Big Boys. I don't know if those are still there, but there's Peter's Pancakes. That's a great place for breakfast.
It is. We got a review on that.
We do. We have a video on that. We ate at Joey's this morning. That was great. Peter's is also great. If you're in Cherokee, there's where you want to go for breakfast.
And they're always busy too.
Yeah, and you had a good view of the creek out back. If you sat in that one room that we sat in,
yep,
we could see the creek. Okay, folks, on our drive through Cherokee, we spotted something we just had to get out for. You don't see this every day. You do see elk every day around here, but not on the side of a hill like that. I don't even see how they stand there. That's almost a straight up hill, folks. And they're just sitting up there, or standing up there, happy as they can be, eating. And there's a third one back over here. We've seen them out in the fields, we've seen them in town, but we have never. Have you ever seen them on the side of a hill like that? That's about enough to make me want to hang around till they come down just to see how they're going to get down. I'm guessing they'll keep on going up and off into the woods.
Probably.
Up there. But that's something right there. We had to stop and get that. This is supposed to be a drive-through, but I'm not going to fail to record that. 3 elk, literally. That hill is probably a 75-degree angle. Or 80.
Still coming up.
Yeah. So I guess they've got footing up there. Obviously, they don't seem to be too concerned. So. And this is right across from actually it's right up behind, but we're standing across from the Wigwam Motel. Not to be confused with the Wigwam gift shop, probably same ownership, I'm guessing. And down here is the beautiful Oconaluftee River. Let's go over here and get a shot of this river while we're out. Folks, that's some really, really good trout waters right there too.
It looks like I could be pretty deep, don't it?
It is deep in spots. That'd be a real head in some spots. But just the beauty of that river, man. Oh, that water's always cold. That water's cold in the summer. That's flowing out of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park onto the Cherokee Indian Reservation. Like I said, Cherokee is very scenic, very beautiful. A lot of Native American culture here. And elk on the side of the hill. What more could you want? I am thoroughly impressed by that.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on the end of Cherokee, so we're just going to do this little Cherokee ride through. Maybe one of these days we'll do a walkthrough. But there's another little set of shops right up here. I believe it's called Sonic Village, if I'm not mistaken. Now, a gift shop that I remember, and it's something I wish they would bring back, they used to have two little bridges here. You'd park on the left side of the street, and you cross the street, and to get over to the shops, you got to walk across the river on one of two bridges. One of them was a swinging bridge. It would move as you walked across it. That's the one my dad and I always took. My mom would walk across the one that didn't swing. And you can't do those anymore. And then it went into a gift shop, and it had the weirdest carpet. Do you remember that carpet?
It was like patches.
Yeah, patches,
colors.
like red, yellow, blue, like big squares. I would say like, what, 12 by 12 squares of patched carpet. And that's all been redone. But they've actually, it looks like they built one bridge across there now. I don't think you can still access the swinging bridge. So what I'm going to do is take a right turn here, and we'll go down into this little shopping. Yep, Sonic Village. Actually, that old swinging bridge is still standing.
I think they have something up where you can't use it.
Yeah, I'm going to drive out there after this. But
okay.
If you cut a left here between the shops, this is Big Cove Road. This is how you go to Mingo Falls. If you want to see one of the most beautiful waterfalls for very little effort, we have 2 videos on Mingo Falls. I know this sounds like a video promotion. It's not, but we try to do some of these things and show you what they look like. But right here, a number of shops. Jewelry, old-time photo. That teepee place, they got shirts galore.
Some real nice shirts, sweatshirts, and stuff like that in there.
In fact, do we have 10 minutes we can spare?
Yeah.
I'm going to go in there.
So here we have one of the many bears that they have around in Cherokee, painted with their native language on it. There's also another one back here behind me as well that I'm also going to get. They've got them all throughout town, different designs on them. Some of them, well, all of them I think are pretty neat and very colorful.
Okay, right up here at the edge of town, this is where I was talking about. This is the old swinging bridge, and you can no longer cross it. But over there was Sonic, well, that's Sonic Village. That was Chief Sonic's trading post over there. And the beautiful Econolofty River. Used to have bears in captivity over there, which, you know, I kind of look at that a little bit different now as an adult than I did when I was a kid. It was exciting then. I kind of pity them now. But this was the old bridge that crossed, and this one would move, and that was a fun experience. Then there used to be, Chief Henry had his teepee set up right here, and you could get your picture made with him for a donation. It looks like they built a new bridge that crosses the river now. So we are right up here at the edge of town. Right beyond that curve is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And here's the other side of the sign as you're leaving town. It says, "Come back soon, Cherokee Indian Reservation." They got a fire burning up there. And of course, the western band of the Cherokee is in Oklahoma. The eastern band is here in the Great Smoky Mountains area, and that is one of the reasons you need to see Unto These Hills, the outdoor drama. It tells the story of why there even is an eastern band of the Cherokee today. Got a little fox down here. Looks like he's been fishing.
here's another one of those bears, like I showed you earlier. This one has a lot of detail on it. You can see the Indian there, the elk, the little critters, and it actually goes all the way around. You see a turkey. Very pretty. A lot of detail on that. Yeah. And a fox. And of course, a black bear.
Here's a map of the state of North Carolina, and just to give you a little perspective of where Cherokee is, if you see that bluish green oval area, that's the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and Cherokee is right here, right at the edge of the park boundary. And also, we've been showing you some of those bears that are around town. That's because there are a lot of bear in this area. But another very prominent animal in this area is the elk. So we haven't seen an elk today, but we've seen them many times. In fact, if we drove up to the visitor center, there'd probably be some there right now. That's where they hang out. But just a little information, if you do see an elk, they are large and they can be pretty aggressive, so keep your distance from them. You do not want to be gored on one of those things. Alright, we're just about to conclude here in just a few minutes our ride through of Cherokee, North Carolina. We're riding back through now, getting ready to head on over to Bryson City. So you've already seen this coming one way. So we'll look at it coming back the other way. Right here in front of Dairy Queen on your right is another one of those bear statues that they got all over town. That's just a plain black bear. He's not really painted up.
Yeah, he's not one of the designed bears, I don't think.
So anybody watching this, you grew up and you got memories of Cherokee. How many of you remember the concrete dinosaurs? They were at different places throughout town. Actually, there's one of them right there, the Triceratops there on the left. He's still there, but they used to, out here on the right, they used to have like 3 or 4 of them beside each other. They had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you could kind of stick your head up through his stomach and look out his mouth. How many of y'all remember the concrete dinosaurs years ago in Cherokee? There was 3 or 4 of them. And the Triceratops is back there on the left now.
I think that slide right there, see over there in the...
Yeah, used to be a water slide right there on the right.
Used to be a water slide on that hill over here to the right. You can barely see just a little piece of it.
I've been down there. They have Indian dances where they demonstrate some of the native dances. Really interesting. If you are interested in Native American culture or history, Cherokee is a great place.
It is.
And I'm interested in it because my great-grandmother on my dad's side was Cherokee, from what we understand. So I had always been told by my grandmother that we did have Cherokee, or that I did. My cousins did. I mean, she married into the family, but we were always told that we had Cherokee, and then come to find out later in life, our great-grandmother was Cherokee, so that's where my grandmother got that. It was her husband's mom. There's one on the right. He's got him a sequoia's cap on, a pipe in his mouth. That bear does. Up here on the left, by the Drama Inn, if you're looking on the left, you can see a red painted one. His legs are red.
Very brightly and pretty coloring.
Yeah, he's bright. Here's Cherokee Veterans Park. They got an old army tank out there and some cannons.
There's another bear.
Yep, the red, white, and blue.
Yep, American flag on it.
Getting ready to make a right here. We're leaving Cherokee, getting ready to head on over to Bryson City and Darnell Farms, and I can taste that Dream Whip now. So I'm telling you folks, the Dream Whip at Darnell Farms is some of the greatest stuff.
It's amazing.
For a warm summer day, even a cool day like today. Down there is that Kobe's, used to be Long John Silver's. Don't know if you're seeing that or not, but I miss Long John Silver's being there. Alright folks, I know this was just, we actually weren't even planning to do this. This was actually going to be part of the Darnell Farms video. I was just going to show you some of the scenery, and it started getting long, so Chauncey suggested, why don't we make a separate video just right through Cherokee. So
that's what we did.
That's what we did. So now we're going to conclude this one. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Find us on Facebook. Stay tuned because we're headed over to Bryson City and Darnell Farms now for the Strawberry Jam Festival. So, where's your line? Find us.
You said it.
Did I say find us on Facebook?
Yes,
Okay.
you did.
All right. We don't even need you for this.
No,
event.
no.
So we're signing off now. So I will let you say something on the next one.
Thank
All
you.
right.